Your Honor, I'm on that one, but I'll still take this if that's okay.
Sure.
Before heading down.
Okay. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 007649, State of Texas versus Carlos David Teniente Jr. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Is that done for the state?
for the defense?
Rene Munoz.
And are you Mr. Teniente?
Yes, Your Honor.
Am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, see, he winked at me when I said it. So it's like, yay, maybe I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Correct, Judge.
All right, counsel, have you received all of the discovery in this case?
Yes, Judge, I have.
Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Abrams, this is an application. Sir, did you review the document entitled Application for Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Your Honor, the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault, bodily injury, family, a Class A misdemeanor.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Did you review the documents entitled Court Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault, family choking, strangulation to assault, bodily injury, family as a Class A misdemeanor? Range of punishment is up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea you are giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as factual understanding of the charges against him?
In my opinion, he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault, bodily injury, family. Punishment is to be assessed at 1 year in the Bexar County Jail. State recommends community supervision, and there's an affirmative finding of family violence. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes.
Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes.
Defense, is that the plea?
That's correct.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years and there be no harmful or injurious contact with the complainant. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the lesser included offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Contest.
State, any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. State offers states 1 and attachments.
No objection.
All right. And state, I know you have to leave to
Yes,
go
Your
to the other court. Have you had a chance to speak with the complainant?
Have, Your Honor. They've made it clear their lack of interest in cooperating with the district attorney's office.
All right, state, you may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Did you review the document entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review. All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you ready to proceed with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
On behalf of my client, Judge, we did tender an affidavit non-prosecution notarized document to the state. It's also been uploaded in Odyssey, but we have a copy for the court, should the court be inclined as well. Yes, ma'am, of course. It's our understanding she didn't want to testify. She didn't want any part of the proceedings. My client hasn't been arrested within the last, at least within the last 4 years. And even then it was something nonviolent. My client and I have gone through the chain of events that led him to being here and what things could have been done differently. We believe an anger management, stress management class will help him identify stressors that if he's dealing with a certain situation, he can always remove himself from that, de-escalate, and find a healthy avenue for his stressors, Judge. He's asking for the chance to be successful on this probation. I asked him if he had any mental health diagnosis or issues. He said he's never been diagnosed with any mental health illnesses. Also asked him about the extent of his substance use. He stated to me the last time he used was about 10 years ago in his early 20s of marijuana. Even in looking to the videos of the body-worn camera, it's asked of the complaining witness if drug or alcohol is involved. He said no, he doesn't do drugs, he doesn't do alcohol. Just it was a kind of verbal altercation that, spiraled a little bit out of control, Judge, but we've been able to identify the things that have led him to being here. He's willing to be supervised if the court would entertain that, and he'll abide by all the conditions this honorable court sets, Judge. It's my belief that he can be successful on this and contribute to society instead of being a detriment to society, Judge. I feel that with this opportunity, he can run with it, and I firmly believe we won't be seeing him here sitting in the gallery in orange and chains, Judge. So he's ready and willing to take this opportunity to change his life around and not constantly re-enter the criminal justice system and be a recidivist. He knows what he has to do, and he's willing to do it to make things right, Judge.
All right, so all of this started over toothpaste.
You can answer. Yes.
What was it about the toothpaste?
I'm lost. What do you mean? She's looking at the office report. She thinks that the cops were calling because of arguing over toothpaste.
In the police report, it says that all of this started over toothpaste. So what was the issue with toothpaste?
I don't remember it being about the toothpaste, but I just know we did argue.
Well, it says that you were married. Victim stated that suspect got upset and an argument began over a toothpaste and how the victim is not caring for you while you're ill. So what was it about toothpaste?
I honestly don't remember the toothpaste situation.
Well, what was the argument about?
I know I was sick, and honestly, I remember being hungry. There was no food. She wasn't cooking.
Well, I mean, you're an adult. People don't have to cook for you.
No, yeah, I know. It was dumb.
But you were not ill enough.
No,
That didn't
I was
stop
with
you
the
from
fever.
running.
I had a fever. I was cold, like with the cold. Like,
But that didn't stop you from running and leaving. And then who damaged the door frame?
I did, Your Honor.
And who's paying for that?
I don't know. I will go.
He's willing to pay restitution for that, Judge.
Well, it's going to come out of the household account because
Yes, Judge. I understand.
are you employed?
Right now, no.
What did you do before you were taken in custody?
I was doing landscaping. I was doing my tree business. I got business cards that I was passing out and everything. Yeah, I got my mom to go to, I know I can't have contact with Jody Bettis.
Mm-hmm. All right, this is what the court is going to do. 1 year in the Bear County Jail, suspended and probated for 2 years. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. The BIP course, 80 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to require parenting classes. Once that's completed, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. Field visits 1 time per month for 4 months. Then at probation's discretion. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider with minors. And there's to be no contact with Jolie Perez. I'll consider changing that if she presents herself and also once he's started on the BIP course.
Understood, Judge. Thank you.
And there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. And that I'll reconsider once he started working on parenting agreements.
Very well, Judge.
And is Child Protective Services involved or no?
To my understanding, Judge, I have not heard anything. It's my understanding that the children are exclusively with the mother. But in terms of anything coming to fruition about any investigations relating to him, I'm unaware of, Judge.
All right. And we'll do CPS compliance if applicable. All right. Is there anything else that you need from the court to be successful in this probation?
No, Your Honor.
Probation, is there anything else he needs? All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. When you have children, the way you communicate, that's how they're going to end up communicating. Now, this child that you have, you may think they're too young, but usually they're not too young to understand what's going on. When you do these things, guess what children think? Maybe you have a daughter. Guess what she thinks? If a guy loves you, then he'll hit on you. If he doesn't hit on you, then that maybe mean he doesn't love you because my dad tells me he loves my mom and he's being abusive towards her. If you have a son, maybe they'll think this is how you show love. And then maybe they may think might makes right. And that's how they problem solve. So if you don't want your children to be where you are or end up in toxic relationships, then you had better start changing your ways. You understand?
Yes.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Meeting excused?
Yes. Juan, are you Uribe? Hello. What is happening with this case?
Your Honor, I would like 2 more weeks to make some additional efforts to contact the complainant